The Slender Man is a myth, or so they say. I only know the Slender Man from the beginning of when probably the first game of Slender Man came out, and I had a lot of questions. So I looked up some basic information. I went on to several different websites, and I took some things aside from two websites where I found to be the most informational and also have the most in common. Basically, Slender Man is always seen as tall, thin, wearing a suit and red tie, has no face, and tentacles sometimes are seen. And so, with the information I have gathered, I put together a little thing, and it's all the same information that people say about Slender Man, the most common said. You don't have to believe in any of this. I don't technically believe it myself, but we're going to look at it now. Slender Man the game has actually nothing to do with its mythological aspect of it. It's basically what it is, just a game that people have played, and that's how Slender Man became probably the most popular. And the objective of the game is to find all 8 notes, which kind of has something to do with its history. Like, don't look or it takes you, always watch his eyes, leave me alone, can't run, help me. All these things seem to be written down by the people who have been stalked by the Slender Man in the Slender Man's forest. What exactly does this have to do with Slender Man's story, and why was this game initially created? When I first played the game Slender Man, which is different from the game Slender where you have to find all 8 pages, it made me think there definitely is a history here. Although the game didn't really reveal much other than that you're being stalked by the Slender Man, that you come upon a house of a birthday party of a young boy, it seems. Other than that, and trying to kill him so that you can escape, I figure there had to be a storyline somewhere with this. And the game led me leading to even more questions about the Slender Man. Slender Man was created at something awful forms. He's wearing a black suit, and as his name suggests, appears very thin and able to stretch his limbs and torso to inhuman lengths in order to induce fear and ensnare his prey. Not much is known, as no specific information has been found about origins, but his objective, as it seems, is to kidnap children. Children have been able to see him when no other adults in the vicinity could. Children also have dreams or nightmares concerning the Slender Man before they disappear. Confining their stories to their parents are met with unusual parenting anomations, as in they assume the children are obviously seeing things and making up stories. But probably, as you all know, Slender Man doesn't only go after children. With adults, stalking is a different story. Although with the children, he would pretend to be their friend before coming to them to steal them. With adults, he would stalk them for days, intimidating them, following them everywhere, even at night especially, giving them horror dreams, showing up in their bedroom, doing a whole bunch of different things. It is said that if you see the Slender Man, then you are being stalked by him, and you will most likely be his next prey. Slender Man has no exact, defined, or specific history. However, contributors have placed early sightings of the Slender Man-like beings in the 1600s, Germany and before. There it took a dress of the knight or of a royal figure, according to their tales. Also makes use of the creature to be used as children's tales. Photographs from the 1900s were the next confirmed reportings, where images of Slender Man can be found in the classic black and white and sepia imagery. Reports from this time indicate sightings in America, the UK, and Russia, as well as reports of children disappearances. By the mid-1900s, some rare run-ins occurred in the war zones in Germany, apparently Slender's native land. Soldiers were the primary targets here in America and Canada. Reports of missing skiers and children appearing coming from forest areas of the nations. After a spree of building burnings from unknown causes, several deaths, and a few surviving witnesses, it's to be gathered that the Slendermen are the following traits. Slendermen will find interest in victims for reasons unknown. It would then contact the victim. If it was a child, present itself as friendly. The adult he stalks have a common trait. They all have been in a terrible tragedy in their life, even if the tragedy was made by the Slender Man directly. If an adult, it would stalk the victim for long amounts of times, causing what is known as Slender Man sickness, causing massive paranoia, nosebleeds, nightmares, hallucinations appearing only to the sick person, and many other dangerous symptoms. Eventually it would be abducted the victim into a nearby forest, where they would be killed. In messy cases, it would be may remove the evidence of existence by causing fire of their home, place of work, or school. Here is a list that they say are symptoms that the Slender Man is coming for you. Coughing up blood, Slender messes with technology, memory loss, nightmares about him, drawing of the symbol, a circle with an X through it, diarrhea, and vomiting. According to one of the websites that I found, probably one of the only ones that explain how the victims would have died or what they think. So this is not a fact, as we all know. This is what it said. The death of the victim originally occurred through an odd means where the victim would be impaled on branches or very tall trees while still alive and bleeding to death. The organs would be individually removed and then placed in plastic bags. They would then be replaced into the body in their original positions, plus the plastic bag. The victim's corpse did not show any sign of struggle. Going back to the Slender Man game, or Slender, whatever you like to call it, it seems that you are being stalked by the Slender Man, as we all know, and that you have to collect notes, which some people believe the notes were left by the Slender Man himself, and not by previous victims. As we know, if you're being stalked by the Slender Man, you would probably get what they like to call Slender Man sickness, which is where you would dream things, see things, get really sick, headaches, things like that. So let's say you were being stalked by the Slender Man, and you found these notes. Although I don't think that they would actually be there in the forest or that you were being stalked by the Slender Man, I do believe that someone in their paranoid state would write down such things as clues and hints to warn people about the Slender Man. Although people would see it as just someone being extremely either paranoid or have any psychological issues, but if you were being stalked by the Slender Man, this would be seen just as normal as the next person. As it always comes back to the forest. But why that? Why always the forest? It seems to be his perfect little hiding spot. Some say it's because he can act kind of like a spy. He can hide behind the trees and match them by molding himself into the bodies of the trees. Perhaps that's why. Perhaps because of the fact that he can stretch to different type of lengths to hide from you, matching the tree limbs and things. And it makes sense that someone would say that you would be impaled by the tree as he slowly killed you by bleeding to death and stealing all of your organs, only to put them in plastic bags and put them back in your body, but it does seem a little far-fetched. A Slender would be in the forest, hiding. He could sometimes be seen, perhaps because he was stalking his victims, as seen in this photo. Whether or not you believe it's real, it could be just like a down limb, or you could say whatever. I think that the only reason why people don't believe Slender Man is real is because of the fact that they wouldn't be able to see Slender Man unless they were being stalked. I'm not saying that I exactly believe in the Slender Man myths, but that there could be true. The fact that they say that you can only see him while you're being stalked may make it so that people assume that he's just not real, he's not there, and that he doesn't exist. I hope that this video was informational enough that you didn't have so many questions about who is the Slender Man, and that you're more comfortable in saying the Slender Man is this, and helping any friends or anybody that you know to come to watch this video so that all questions can be answered. I'm pretty sure though that I'm not the only one who's done this, and then there are many more other videos that might be even more informational than this one. If you have any further questions, I would be happy to look up more information about the Slender Man. And if you have any comments, anything about the video where I can improve myself by doing videos like these, I would like to do more on other myths and things, just put it down in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope the Slender Man doesn't stalk you.